Sorry about that. It's 3:13. Yes, ma'am. You have a good day. What it do? What it do? What it do? Everybody was good in the hood. I know what time it is. It's your boy Gangster Cat. I know how we do. Salute to all my people on Facebook. Salute to all my people on Twitch. Salute to all my people on YouTube. That's rocking with the Bounce News, man. You already know what time it is. Share the live. Share the live. Tell people to tap in. We live. We about to chop it up, man. You know how we do, man. Break a couple things down. See what's going on. We got breaking news today. Whole bunch of new shit popping off. I just dropped the link. Man. Feel free to come up and hit the link. Feel free to come up and hit the link and chop it up with your boy. The hell going on out here? You see what I'm saying? It's gonna start early tonight. You already know. Somebody got a whole scooter out here. The hell is this? They got a motor. It's for the motorcycle. Two. Where you get that one at? Marketplace. Brand new or used? It's nice. You ain't trying to sell it? Huh? You build them? How many cc's is this? 200? Why they put the 200 on it? Oh, you upgraded it?
That's one I'm building. But I just built it, and then somebody had to order it up for it. Yeah.
That's what I used to have a trike like this, but I had the two wheels in the back and one wheel in the front.
I got a BMW trike I'm building.
Oh, for real? Yeah. I used to love riding them shits, and then I had me a 350, but it was like a regular motorcycle, automatic. Huh? Why you don't just get a motorcycle? What's the difference? It's that this. Nah, they gonna pull you over. I seen niggas get pulled over scooters too. Yeah. Only reason I like them is because it's hard to see the inspection sticker and all types of shit on bikes than it is a car. That's what make them safer. Yeah, I'm good. That's what's up. Let me see if somebody backstage, man. Ain't nobody backstage yet. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, my bad. Oh shit, I just burnt my motherfucking mouth. God damn, that shit hot.
How you doing?
How you doing? Ooh, just 344. Yes, ma'am, you have a good one. What they do? Hmm? Pen and paper. I don't got no pen. Got paper. Oh, baby. Get this shit done, baby. I don't know what they be thinking. Shit crazy, man. We be drinking. Let me write this down real quick, y'all. For meat lovers. No, I'm waiting on Kimmy, y'all. I don't know where she at. Hold on, man. How you doing?
I didn't get a pack of Camel Royal. Y'all have them? Oh, yeah, the red packet.
I got Cyclops vision. Oh shit. $10.28. Is her 972. Is her? Yeah, we're going too. What they motherfucking do? What they do, gang? Trying to get this coffee to slow down on me. Motherfucker burning me up. Where the hell my pen go? Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
What it do?
We good.
You already know.
Oh, wait.
Huh?
That was easy.
You said what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm trying to fix my shit. Trying to think, like, damn, which one was I on yesterday?
You said what?
No, I'm trying to see which one was I on yesterday.
Oh.
Okay. No, what you say?
Oh, nothing. I was making sure you could hear me.
Yeah, okay. Hey, you. Now I was saying, that's chicken. Now I was saying, I just saw tonight how they denied uh YNW Melly bail. Bomb. Cause like he went for a bond hearing like
Uh-huh.
I think 3 or 4 days ago.
Uh-huh.
But today, I guess when he went for the bond hearing 3 or 4 days ago, the judge was like, he gonna think about it. You know what I'm saying? Take his time, look over the case, and think about if he gonna give him bond or not. Well,
Right.
today, the judge tonight, I guess this afternoon, putting a judgment and declining his bond. That's crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. He been in how long you been locked up now? It's been a minute.
7 years. What up?
7 years.
Locked up 7 years and haven't been committed of a crime.
Right. No bond. I think this is that's when it comes to his case, it's a lot to carry. Because we have watched cases from at this point open and close, be solved. People
Let's
that
get
did
put.
their time and came home,
How much?
and Melly is still
But
locked up.
man, we watch people go in for murder and get bombed. All types
Right.
of people get bombed.
So why is it taking 7 years and he still can't get a bond?
And the worst thing about it is that he can't even get a bond on a mistrial. He already had one trial, and they weren't able to find him guilty.
I think this is crazy.
Like I understand how people want sparking an uproar.
Right at this point, because he ain't charged
313.
and he ain't got no bond, but he's serving time.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's charged with her. He just hasn't been convicted.
Right, he's not convicted.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I don't.
So imagine if it was Keith Jr. being accused of murder and he don't get bond the first time. They won't give him bond. Then he go to trial. He get found not guilty. He get a mistrial. Basically, a mistrial is when the jury can't come up with whether you guilty or
Right, they
not
can't
guilty.
decide.
You see what I'm saying? So basically, he did a whole trial, and 12 people of his peers couldn't find him guilty. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And after that mistrial, they didn't grant him a bond after that. He should have got a bond
Right.
after the mistrial. So he didn't get a bond after the mistrial. You see what I'm saying? And he's still been locked up. He gets a new lawyer who is Drew Finley, the same lawyer that was working on Boozy case, and he's Lil Durk lawyer. So he goes in there, he's trying to be Superman lawyer, and he can't even get him a bond. You know what I'm saying? This is where he was trying to get him a bond. So he can't even get him a bond. So he like, yo, this is like insane. This man has been locked up 7 years without due process. I'm talking about 7 years of his life has been gone. And he has not been even found guilty of a crime. That's why I say that the justice system here is crazy, bro. How can you lock me up in a prison cell with no bond because you feel like I don't deserve a bond and I haven't even been found guilty of a crime? Everybody should be allowed a bond if you're innocent before proven guilty, right?
Right. You should have a bond, and even still, this ain't no cakewalk. This is 7 years, almost a decade worth
And
of
it shouldn't
this.
take 7 years
Right. At
to
this
do a trial.
point, right, I'm kidnapped.
At this point, you not only is he kidnapped, he's being held against his will. He's being it's like he's being enslaved.
Right,
Like,
because
let's
he
keep it
went
real.
through a trial. It was a mistrial. You guys still can't convict me, and you're holding me so you can continue to put your case together. No way. I don't think it takes 7 years worth of this. So what's
And not
really
only
going
that, and look, and not only are you holding me until you keep putting your case together, and what they also doing is they're pushing back his trial every chance they get.
on?
You see what I'm saying? The last trial he just had was damn near almost 2 years ago.
So what is it?
Why does it take 2 years? And let's keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Most people, most prosecutors, when they have a mistrial, they drop all charges after that because they don't. Because if they couldn't convict you the first time, there's no new evidence that they're going to show to the jury or to a new jury that, you see what I'm saying, in a new case. It's not like they're going to come across new jury. They're going to bring up the same shit and the same arguments to another jury. You see what I'm saying? So there's no new evidence going to come out. So most prosecutors, they drop the case. They be like, yo, you know what? Case dismissed. I'm not going to go further with another trial. And the person usually walks after the mistrial because the DA don't want to try to fight something that he know probably going to have another mistrial. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So the fact that they even retrialed this case is almost a smack in the face because, bro, you're only doing it just so y'all can keep holding me in jail. At this point, it's like they only doing it just so they can keep holding him in jail. Let's be real.
That's how I feel. Because, what else are you using it for?
Not only what else is you using it for, but what man have you ever seen locked up in jail for 7 years and only had one trial within the 7 years?
Right.
My nigga, there's speedy trials. You have a right to a speedy trial.
Right. This is drawing out 7 years of your life.
Exactly.
At this point, what can be done? Because if his lawyer can't do it, you know what I'm saying? So what is he just stuck in there for the rest of his life till they figure this out?
until they decide they want to. Until they decide, that's what I'm saying. Look, that's how bogus this shit is. So basically, if I get,
Are they
if I
using him
get,
for
say,
something else?
man, no, it's almost like that. They know that they're not going to be able to find him guilty, so they want to punish him illegally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we know you probably gonna beat this case, and you probably
So
gonna
they want to
beat
tie
it.
him up.
So we want to
Well, I
hold you
mean,
as long as possible, and we want
but
to
I
fuck
can see
over you.
that if you did that maybe the first, second year, but like you say, he's been in there for like 7 years.
Yeah. So for the
So
past
now,
7 years, you are holding him in, and not only that, the lawyer said that the conditions that they holding him is inhumane. The man
mhm,
ain't been allowed to even talk to his family. They won't let him have phone calls with the outside world. None of that. He ain't talking to people. He in a dorm by himself. You see what I'm saying? So
they
like he
treating
can't
this
do
man
shit.
like Hannibal Lecter
That's how they treat him. Worse than Hannibal Lecter. If you really
because
want to
he's
if you
not
want to
talking
keep it
to
real,
nobody. They got him by himself.
they're treating him exactly like Hannibal Lecter. And not only are they treating him like Hannibal, but Hannibal got prosecuted and found guilty. This man
He sure
hasn't.
did. Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying? This man hasn't been found guilty of nothing. There's no guilty plea on this man in the past 7 years.
Right.
So you telling me a man in the United States can be locked up with no bond for 7 years on no guilty plea?
Right. Scary
On
thing.
no conviction?
That's a
No
scary thing.
conviction? You mean tell me it is possible to be locked up 7 years in this world and you not be convicted of a crime? That is crazy. And he's not locked up because he can't afford to bail out. He's locked up because they refuse to give him a bond. So
Hmm.
now he has to basically rely on the court system to hurry up and make sure that his trial dates are set reasonably. And that's why I feel like they're doing him an injustice, because there's no reason why it should take 7 years for this case to be done. There's no
Right.
reason why this case should take 9 years. It'll be 9 years that this man been in jail before he go back to court.
Right.
They said it. They
Nonsense.
said like there's no way that his next trial date should be next year, September.
What?
Yes, that's ludicrous. His
Damn. And
first,
see, it's not like.
he sat in there
Mm,
for 6 years before his first trial. So it took 6 years for them to take him to trial the first time. Who sit in jail for 6 years before going to trial, though?
right. Crazy.
But like honestly,
Crazy.
who does that?
I don't think it should take 6 years. Now, granted, whether you feel like he did it or not, I mean, the case is the case. It does not take this long to handle this. And that's just in my opinion.
You said what?
I said this case shouldn't take this long. You know what I'm saying? To
Hell,
come up with a conviction.
that's why I feel like they really trying to they really doing something to him underhand. Like my nigga, we know the court system is not the best. It's not like, you know what I mean. They call it the
Hmm.
justice system, but like what do they say? It ain't no justice in the system. You see what I'm
No.
saying? So it's almost like that since they got a mistrial, they really want to fuck with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got a mistrial the first time, so that we really want to fuck with them. It's almost like they're not confident in their case, and because they're not confident in their case,
But if that's the case, then a judge need to handle that. You know, that, like I said, I don't know who.
but remember, they're all in cahoots with each other.
They're all in cahoots, right? So they must feel like he's a danger. Like I said, that's why I compared him to Hannibal Lecter, because you got this man tied down like he was, making his own recipes out of folks. So
You know what I feel like they think. I feel like they think that they know they're gonna lose their case, They knew they was never gonna win this case from jump. They knew they had no witnesses. They was never gonna be able to convict them. So I
But they
believe
know
what
he
they
did.
tried, but they believe he did it. And because
Yeah.
they believe he did it and they know that they can't convict him, they're basically trying to get as much time out of him as possible. Hello.
Right.
So basically they're trying to get as much time out of him as possible. Pay attention.
Mhm.
Come on, we know how this
I
shit
see
go.
that. I see that. I see that. Because at the end of the day, there were no witnesses, and the people that was in the car got killed. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? They was taken out. So the only reason why his movements afterwards are all questionable, but they can't pinpoint it. But they
They can't
know
prove
he
it.
did it.
They can't prove it. They
Right.
can't prove nothing. Even
But at the end of the day,
even
you can't take 6 to 7 years to do this either. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, unfortunately.
bro, there should be some. That's where we now. I'm saying we finding out our justice system has holes in it because there should be
Mhm.
some type of timeline guideline that they have to follow for as how long you can keep somebody in jail without even giving them bond. Like you see what I'm saying? Like it should be a certain percentage. You have a blessed one. Yeah, you know I
Mhm.
can't complain. You see what I'm saying? No,
Right.
it should be some type of it should be some type of shit that you got to that you know what I'm saying? That's just me. It should be some type of motherfucking law that be like if we don't convict you in a certain amount of years and you haven't went to trial, you are eligible. You automatically get a bond. You see what I'm saying?
I don't
If
know.
you
See,
charge
but
me
if it
for a
was your
crime,
family member that was the victim in this, would you be saying the same thing?
yes, I would be saying the
Because
same thing regardless.
I wouldn't care if it was my family member that lost their life at his hands. I wouldn't care what happens to him, how long he sit up in there. That's him and his family problem. See, we're talking
I
on the
understand.
tough
Yeah,
side because we're concerned. One, because is this has gone on for a long time, and we don't
I'm
have clear answers. You know what I'm
I'm coming
saying?
from.
But they
See, but
probably
I'm
feel
coming.
that same way. We don't need to have him. He's a menace, and we let him out on the street for any
But they
reason.
speak,
It could
but
be
they're going to
happening.
be coming like that through emotion. They're automatically going to feel like that because they feel like that through emotions. I'm not speaking off emotions. I'm speaking off a law. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm not. I don't care about the emotion part. That wasn't my cousin. That's family. So of course they, if that's their family member, the emotion side going to say, "Oh fuck that nigga. He can stay in jail. I don't care. He don't
Mm.
need bond."
But
Of course,
legally,
but I'm talking about from a legal standpoint and from a law standpoint. Has it ever been okay for a man to sit in the jail for 7 years and not have a bond?
mhm.
And you have not been convicted of a crime. Like I said, it's one thing to be convicted of a crime. Sit your ass in jail. You got a rot. You was convicted of a crime.
Right.
You feel me? But
But
if
he ain't
I'm
been
not
convicted.
convicted of But if I'm not convicted of a crime and I've already went to trial once and you couldn't even convict me the first time you took me to trial, I should be
Mm.
automatically granted a bond by law. And that's where
Right.
I feel like they fucking up and the justice system is wrong by doing this because you are legally holding a man in jail that you haven't even proved committed a crime
Mhm.
for 7 years of his life. And let's be honest. What if this man is innocent? What if he didn't shoot
Right. That
nobody?
too.
What
Right. At
if
the
a
end of the
car?
day,
What
it
if
could be something else.
like let's be honest. What if a car actually did exactly what he say they did? What if a
Mhm.
car actually came up on the side of them on the highway and shot their car up?
Right.
You see what I'm
That's
saying?
not hard
And
to imagine.
in the midst, and check this out, in the midst of them getting shot up, somebody in the car tried to shoot
It's
back
shoot.
and he ended and shoot his own homie.
Mhm.
See, that's what people don't understand. Shit like that happens every day. A nigga car gets shot up from the outside, but then somebody got a gun in the car, and then they trying to shoot back, but they end up shooting their own people from inside the car
Right. It happens all the time.
all the time, especially when you don't know where the bullet's coming from.
Right. And you
You see what I'm
panic.
saying? You see what I'm saying? You start shooting from the left, you start shooting from the right. Next thing you know, you hitting your own homies.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be both things. Yeah. Somebody could have shot up the car, and yeah, somebody in the inside of the car could have shot back. And that's why you see bullet wounds from the outside of the car and the inside of the car. You see what I'm saying? You see bullet wounds from the inside of the car because niggas in the car was trying to shoot back. You see bullets from the outside of the car because they was getting shot at. You see what I'm saying? So it could be both things, but guess what? It's not the defendant's job to prove the prosecution's case. So they're not going to tell you that they was shooting back, because then that put them in a position where they could have been the one that murdered their homeboy.
Right.
And some of them, so they're not even going to bring that up like I'm bringing up now. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, what if this man is innocent? Because we don't know. We wasn't there. Nobody was at the scene of the crime. So what if this man is innocent and he's in jail now for 7 years and he ain't committed not one crime? That's crazy. Like that's ludicrous to me. I find that fucking absurd. And if it was my son, I would be highly upset, because I'd be like, bro, at this point, y'all really just got something against my son. At this point, y'all making this bigger than just a murder case. Because if it was all about a murder case, then there'd be no reason for him to get bombed. There's murderers that got bombed. It'd be different if we never seen a murderer get bombed. Seen murderers get bombed all the time. You see what I'm saying? And that's another thing I don't understand. Why, when it comes to our people, we when it's murder, we don't get bombed. But when it comes to they people in this murder, they get bombed.
I don't know how you don't understand that. Like, we were never set up. We were never equal. We keep asking for
I'm just saying, you notice that, right, though?
Yeah, no, I do, but we were never considered equal from the time we got off the fucking boat, or wherever we claim to come from. We were never considered equal, and then we keep asking to be treated equal in the justice system. Unfortunately, it will not be there. I mean, you may be able to get the same jobs, live in the same neighborhoods, and be able to go to the same places now, but you will not get the same equal justice. It's not going to happen.
That's crazy. That's sad. If you really think about it, that's sad. That I can't. That's why I say laws should be the same across the board. No matter where you go.
I don't think about that, but I don't think about that, because all crime ain't the same across the board. It's not like standard crime across the board.
No, I'm talking about a robbery in Texas should hold the same jail sentence as a robbery in New Jersey. I shouldn't do a robbery in New Jersey and get 15 years, and then I do a robbery in Texas and get 3. It should hold the same. Huh? We out. Yeah, it should hold the same weight across the country. We supposed to be United States, right? We definitely ain't motherfucking united. How we call ourselves United States of America, right? We call ourselves United States of America, and everybody under one union. But then a motherfucker catch a murder charge in Memphis and do 6 years in jail, and you see a nigga catch a murder charge in Texas and get the death penalty.
Yeah, you talking yang to yang.
You know how, my nigga, think about it. I'm gonna keep it real. You know how many niggas in Memphis is catching bodies and be back out in 8 years, 10 years?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta also peep those places too. And remember, united was only to be united financially, not united in what you're talking about. That would be nice if across the board everybody just had the same rules. But clearly, people in Memphis can do things and come home a lot sooner, right? That tells you a lot about their system. That's insane. But yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that, but
You doing what, microwave?
I'm not a
over there. But you see what I'm saying though? And this is how I know that strategically and schematically they be wanting people to die in certain places. Because if you didn't want people to kill each other in Memphis, then wouldn't you be harsher on when people commit murder?
Right. They 100% right. That's what I was just saying. Like, if they're allowing people to commit crimes like that and let them out with shorter sentences, then you got to peep the demographic and the agenda.
Nah, because we Boozy just got probation by feds. Who he snitch on? T.I. was a felon possession file. He got caught with machine guns, all types of shit. He did a year in jail. Trap boy Freddy just got felony possession with a firearm. That nigga only did 8 months. Who these niggas snitching on? You feel me? Yeah, that's what I said. They telling on somebody. Mm-hmm. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I was saying, if them niggas don't want the crime rate to be high in Memphis, they don't want niggas killing each other in Memphis. My nigga, how you giving niggas 8 years, 6 years for murder? That don't even make no sense. That's why I said shit don't make no sense. I give you 7 years, 8 years for murder. You kill a nigga and you get 8 years?
Right. And you put these people back on the street and they go right back to the same neighborhood, to the same people, because other people can't afford to leave. Everybody's poor together and going through the same shit. So it's like nothing changes.
Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, Straight Drop. He shouldn't even been out of jail till killed off. Straight Drop, like just less than 2 years, a year and a half before he killed off, literally had just went to jail for shooting up somebody.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
72 Reds? You see what I'm saying, though? 1943. So if the law was really done right, it wouldn't even went the way it is.
Man, I feel like that's a hard one. That's a hard one.
It's
like,
really not. It's really not,
just
because
wants to revamp of the law, and it ain't gonna happen.
No, it's not. It's not. Bro, it's not. It's not the law, because the law every crime you do holds a certain amount of time, right? What I'm saying is that these DA be so eager to get the next criminal that they let motherfuckers walk that shouldn't be walking.
They sure
You understand
do.
what I'm telling you? So basically what I'm saying, like, for instance, Cornelius Johnson, that helped killed off with Justin Johnson, right? We all saw the video of that murder, right? When young Dolph died.
Right.
Justin Johnson got life in prison, right? Cornelius Johnson got 6 years for cooperating, right? But he was the one who did all the work. Cornelius Johnson was the one who did everything, not Justin Johnson. The brother Cornelius was the one who jumped out the car first. He was the one who was shoot, who had the machine gun. He initiated the shooting, but he get the less years. That's backwards. And that's why I say, so let me ask you this. Who is more likely to kill again? When you look at that video on how young Dolph was shot up and the way Cornelius Johnson jumped out that car with no care in the world, with no malice, with no hesitation, you don't think he'll kill again?
100%.
And you give a man like that 6 years in jail?
They coming back.
Nigga,
I don't believe in rehabbing some of these niggas. I don't believe it. So no, yeah, they're more likely to come out and commit more crimes. They do.
and kill
Maybe I
again.
say more likely. They do. They do.
But you
It's been
tell
shown
man
and
that
proved.
he literally should get no less than motherfucking he should get no less. Let's keep it real. This man should get no less than 12, 15. Even for cooperating. Even for cooperating, he should have got 15 years. You see what I'm saying? This is a murder. Even for you cooperating, you get 15, your homeboy get life. So what I'm saying is that we got certain things that's in place that fucks the system up. Because then you get a nigga like Boozy, a nigga like Lil Boozy, who get caught with a gun and get probation. You get a nigga like Trap Boy Freddy get caught with a gun, get probation. You get a nigga like T.I. get caught with machine guns and all types of guns, and he do a year and a day in federal prison. This shit not adding up. It's not adding up. We got niggas that's going to jail for domestic violence doing more time than niggas that's getting caught with machine guns. Right. You don't see nothing wrong with that?
That's true.
How a nigga doing domestic violence do more time because he arguing with his bitch than a nigga who got silencers, machine guns, and he's a felony. He's a felon. What do that tell you? Make it make sense.
Right.
So that tell me that my government is cooperate with criminals that shouldn't be cooperated with. These are not the people that I want my government cooperating with and putting back on the street. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Why would I want you cooperate with these niggas?
It's a dirty game. You just like I said, you got to create chaos to come pull in order. And you lock these niggas up too much. You lock them up, especially in our community, because like I said, if we're saying the justice system isn't equal, it doesn't fall equal on our side. So yeah, we have to be terrorized in our own communities. We have to be afraid of these people. We have to live amongst them and then go through the mental anguish of trying to survive. See, they don't care when it comes to us because it's like they're letting psychopaths out on the street and just allowing them to kill as long as they stay within their community.
Like for instance, Yellow Beezy charged with murder for hire on Mo 3. He's charged with murder for hire. Murder for hire. He got a bond. He got a bond. Keywan White, the killer of Mo 3, got a bond. He just can't afford to get out, but he got a bond.
Well, they may be scared of Melly and what he could do on the street. Remember, he said he got murder on his mind. That's not your average. Some people are just a little. They watching and listening to this man.
So
because
you
a lot more shit going on.
So because you scared of him on the street, mean that I get treated differently? Because you can't prosecute me, mean that you get to violate my constitutional rights, my due process? Man, holding somebody in jail for 7 years without them being convicted is a violation of all due process. And the reason it's a violation of due process is because he has a right to a speedy trial. If I want a speedy trial, it do not take 10 years, 6 years to take me to trial. It took 6 years to take this man to do one trial. 6 years to take him to trial. Do you not know that this nigga will be in jail when P. Diddy get out? He be done went to jail before P. Diddy and came out after P. Diddy. You understand what I'm saying? P. Diddy done had a whole trial and everything.
Right.
So something clearly is wrong with that situation. Oh shit, look her over. My bad. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I know of. I ain't seen them. Oh, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. They hide them, you see? I ain't even see those. Oh, to lock these doors. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think they railroading them, man. I really do. I think they railroading
Yeah,
them.
something should have happened for him by now. I mean, at the end of the day, it is not fair.
Bro, his lawyer even made a statement today, and he was like, "Bro, this is crazy." Drew Finley, one of the uh, lawyers, most well-respected lawyers in the country, and he even said, "Like, yo, this is insane that a man could be in jail for 7 years and don't get a bond. That there's no outcry. That the court system is allowing this to happen. The judge is allowing this to happen. Who is behind the scenes talking with each other, saying basically
Well,
we're
that's what
gonna
I'm
punish this
saying
dude."
because it's some whatever's being said is strong because they doing it. They holding this man.
It's almost like they trying to get their time out of him because they know they're not going to be able to convict him. And like that's like illegal. That should be illegal as hell. We gonna but even if you get found not guilty, we done got 10 years out of you.
Mm-hmm. 10 years served.
They already got 7 out of them right now. So they'll be by the time the trial come, they'll be done. He'll be at 9 years. By the time the second trial come, he'll be at 9 years. Why? Why does it take 9 years to do 2 trials? He ain't the only person that ever had a mistrial and another trial. So why are they doing him like this?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucking O.J. Simpson was committed a murder, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had a bond.
He sure did.
His case was one of the biggest cases in the world.
He went in, did his time, and came home too.
No, he got found not guilty.
Well, I'm talking about something else. Yeah, I mean, either way, but
I'm talking about the murder charge.
for the
I'm talking about the murder charge. Yeah, I ain't talking about the robbery. I'm talking murder charge. He had a bond for his murder charge. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And ain't nobody more high profile than O.J. Simpson.
Right.
So that's why I say the justice system pick and choose, man. And I just feel like it ain't fair, bro. That shit ain't fair. Like I don't see no circumstances that will cause him not to get a bond.
Right.
Nothing that you be like, oh well, he's gonna go after his accusers. What accusers? They dead.
Right.
There's nobody to attack. There's nobody testifying against him.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? What you think?
I don't know what to think no more. I don't because it's not. It's like what fight do you have for this?
It's all together. I don't know. This shit crazy to me.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's nothing you can do at this point. I mean, because clearly,
no. What he can do, he need to take it to the Supreme Court or something. If I
Somebody
was,
should have
if I
been
was
did
them,
that. If that's
yeah,
the case.
if I'm Drew Finley, I'm trying to take it to the circuit court, Supreme Court, you know what I'm saying? Whatever court level to get them bound. Because
Mm-hmm.
at this point, it's ridiculous. At this point, I feel like y'all got something against my client. At this point, I feel like y'all just, you see what I'm saying, trying to destroy him and break him and force him to plead out. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about it. At this point, y'all just trying to get my client to plead to something he didn't do. And this is why black men, let's make this clear, y'all. This is why black individuals and low income people start to do what, babe? Guess what they start to do? They
What?
start to confess to crimes they didn't commit. You understand? Do you know how
Mm-hmm.
many individuals, African American individuals, that plead out to charges that they didn't commit because they tired of sitting in jail?
Yeah.
Like, think about it. So, some people just want to know when they getting out. The hardest thing in the world is to be locked up in a cage and not know your end date.
Right.
Think about that. To not know your end date. So you got me locked up in this jail, and I don't know when my come home date is. I don't know when I'm gonna be free. I don't know when, nothing. It's
Mm-hmm.
been 7 years. Melly has been locked up with no come home date, no conviction. Guess what that would force a man to do?
Hmm.
That would force a man to
To just
plead,
start saying anything.
yeah, to plead to something that he didn't do. If this was any other man other than Melly, this is how you know Melly is strong nigga. Because if this was
Right. He probably
anybody
would have
else,
started seeking compensation.
bro, if this was anybody else other than YNW Melly, they would have pleaded out already. They would have said, you know what, man, fuck it. Just plead me out. Give me 20 years. I've already did 7.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Give me 25. I already did 7. I already did 7. I could do another 10 and then get parole, right?
Oh my God.
You see what I'm saying? I could do another 7 years and then get parole. Because if he do 25, he'll be out in 15, 17. He already did 7, so he'll be looking at another 10 years. When the kid went to jail, NLE Chopper was 16, man.
Mm-mm.
Let's make that clear. When YNW Melly went to jail, NLE Chopper was 16.
Mm-hmm.
Rowdy Rich was running the music game. You know how long it's been since we listened to Rowdy Rich?
The box. Yeah, we're done with that.
You understand? That's how long it's been since this man been in jail.
Right. Because ain't Roddy Rich go through his own crimes himself? Yeah, we done
Exactly.
passed that. We done passed that. I'm
Nigga,
thinking to myself, like, didn't
Rowdy
he put
Rich
out too?
got caught with a gun in New York. He still ain't in jail. What that tell you? This is why I be
Right
telling
there.
you, all these niggas is snitches, man. Rowdy Rich got caught with a gun in New York, and he ain't locked up right now. And everybody know you get caught with a gun in New York, you going to jail, right? You gonna do
Right.
some time.
But I feel
He
like
got
these
caught. He
dudes
got caught with a gun in New York, and he ain't do no time.
that's all they got to survive. They got to do that.
You see what I'm saying? So you got this man is in jail with no end date, never knowing when he coming home. Man, you lock up you do a man like that for 7 years, you are forcing them to say basically, I did it. My nigga, that's like what they call, that's like a tactic. You know them tactics that they use to get you to confess to crimes or give them secret information? That ain't no difference
Right.
than a war tactic.
Exactly. It's like holding you hostage and making you lose your mind psychologically and confess. That's why they have him in inhumane conditions. They ain't making him
Exactly.
comfortable. They ain't letting him talk to his family. They want him to break.
They not letting this nigga, he hasn't talked to his mom in 6 years. You
Mm-mm.
telling me this man can't even talk on the phone to his mother?
That's crazy.
So they won't let him talk to his mom. He can't talk to the outside world. You got him in inhumane conditions. He's not in population, so you won't allow him to have interaction with other people. You want to know what the worst part about it is? That how they fucking this boy? This is the worst part of how they fucking YNW Melly. Usually, when you a high profile person like YNW Melly, you go to PC, right? But you be in PC with other PC people. So you can still get interaction with real life. You see what I'm saying? You still get to interact with people. They put this nigga in a unit, they put him in a unit all by himself where he don't get to interact with nobody. That should be inhumane. Dogs get treated better. Dogs get to bark at other dogs. You see what I'm saying? Dogs go to the shelter and dogs get to bark at other dogs. You telling me this man has been locked up for 7 years with no human contact other than a guard, a nurse?
So, like I said, what is it?
I can't hear you talking to the phone.
Oh no, I am talking into the phone. Can you hear me?
You got your headphones on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good. I was about to say, okay, use your headphones. But now I can hear you. What'd you say?
No, I'm saying then they feel like he is some type of animal, and with him being out on the street, I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. Like he's got to be a danger.
I don't think they think he's an animal. I don't think they think he's an animal. I think I think they think that they can't get a conviction, so they're going to use illegal tactics to get it. I think it has nothing to do with being an animal. It has nothing. I think it's a high profile case, and most prosecutors in jurisdictions don't want to lose cases like this.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They don't want to lose this case because it's a high profile case. So being that they don't have barely nothing on the man, I believe that they're using unfair tactics to try to get him to cop out. That's what I think they're trying to do. And guess what? You see it worked on one of the people already. The other dude copped out. His homie?
Yeah.
YNW Portland, he copped out.
Portland, yeah. Oh yeah, he been home, huh?
No, he's not home yet. But he copped out he took a plea bargain.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? But what that means is that more than likely he's going to testify against Melly now. He didn't testify against Melly in the first case.
Right. Well, now he took a plea. So here comes that.
Here comes that. So now in this new trial, that's the only different thing in this new trial. In this new trial that they're going to have, he's going to get on the stand and tell what actually happened.
It still don't take almost 7 years to do this.
It took him 7 years to break one of them.
Well, I mean,
but you see what I'm saying? That's why I say they playing dirty tactics. By keeping him in jail with no bond, is how they got Bortland to snitch on his own homie. You see what I'm saying? If Bortland would have got a bond, and these niggas got bonds, they don't snitch on each other.
Right.
But when you keep somebody in jail for 7 years, my nigga, 7 years without even a conviction, guess what that's gonna force you to do? That's gonna force you to say, man, fuck this, my nigga. What y'all wanna know? What y'all wanna know? I've been in here for 7 already and ain't even been convicted. Man, y'all give me, cause guess what you start thinking to yourself? You start thinking to yourself, if y'all give me time served, So I don't use a pen now. I don't do nothing in this store that I need a pen for. I use a register. Why you didn't ask that store right there? They got a drive-through right there. Just go to the drive-through and say, "Let me use your pen." They won't do it for her. They won't do it for her. Hello? Hello? Hold on. Fuck, this nigga coming here asking me for a pen like I got a pen. Hold on. Let me see. I might got a pencil for you, nigga. I might got, hello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm back. I got a pencil for him. Hold on. Oh, shit. Ain't no pencil. Let me see if this works. Got a marker. Nah, but what I was, like I said, you hold somebody from that long, my nigga, you gonna start thinking to yourself, you know what? I could get time served. And I could get these niggas, because I already been in here 7 years now. I might as well just get time served. And I got a marker.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So now you get time served and you giving them a testimony. So that's what Portland doing now. YNW Portland, he like, yo, you know what? I've been here 7 years. I can't do no more time. I'll tell y'all niggas what happened. So not only am I gonna tell y'all what happened, but I need time served for my crime. You see what I'm saying? So now he served, or at the most they say, oh, you get 3 more years. You got 3 more years. And so now he did 10 years for participating in the crime. What up, yo?
Are you right here?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that now, what's crazy is to see his homeboy snitch on him. That's what's gonna be crazy though.
Wow. I feel bad for him. I mean, he don't deserve to be sitting up in there for this long.
But I'm hoping they do a little Woody though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm hoping that YNW Portland pull a little Woody. He get on the stand after he get the deal, and he just straight act like he don't know nothing, or he don't say nothing that implicates him in the crime.
Right. Mess up the whole thing. The anticipation. Well, we gonna see what you said in what, 2 years?
See, I don't understand why they don't do like niggas used to do back in the day in the mob. You see what I'm saying?
What you mean?
I don't understand why they don't do it like what niggas used to do back in the day in the mob. Like, you remember when niggas in the mob, when somebody was somebody in the mob was important to them, and he was about to go down for murder. He was about to go down for murder or something. They would get a fall guy. They would find somebody else who's already going to jail for murder to take the charge. I'm surprised somebody in YNW Melly can't. Somebody that's already connected to the streets didn't find somebody that was already going to jail for murder, who committed a murder, and get them to go to the police and say, I was the one who shot up their car.
Yeah, you're asking a whole lot.
What you mean?
The mob
The mob used to do it all the time.
Yeah, but you got to understand the brain capacity of some of these people. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that was organized crime. The thought process is different. These niggas is young. They reckless.
Look,
got this shit
because think about it, babe. Even at the end of the day, if they don't believe you, guess what? It causes reasonable doubt, right?
Right.
If they could pay somebody that's already going to jail, just like when that dude was about to die, When he came out and admitted that the real killer of Nicole, what's her name, Nicole Simpson, the real killer. I don't know if people know, but the real killer before he died on his deathbed came out and said that it wasn't O.J. Simpson who did it. He came out and said it was him who killed her. And this dude was living in the neighborhood, and he was a serial killer already. And then supposedly he was hired by OJ to just go get the ring. He was hired by OJ Simpson to go get his engagement ring back, and he ended up killing her because he ended up getting in a fight with her boyfriend in the midst of trying to go steal the ring. And he ended up taking her life and taking the dude's life. And they blamed it on OJ Simpson. And they planted blood at the scene to make it look like OJ did it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the game is dirty. You see what I'm saying? The game is dirty as fuck. It's a dirty game.
Man.
And we know when police trying to crack a case, they like we know cops do grimy shit. So I just think if them niggas was, if it was me, I know I would have did that. I'm just saying, think about it. If it was me and I was going through that situation, nigga, I would have paid somebody $100,000, $200,000 to say that they actually did it. I would have found somebody that's actually going to jail for murder out on bond. You see what I'm saying? Somebody that's already going to jail for murder, already in a position, and I would have had them confess to the crime. Like, yo, my nigga, I need you to take this one too. You know how many niggas to do that shit for a quick $200,000? All I gotta do is take the charge. Hello? And would you hung up again?
No, I'm
said
still
what?
here.
Oh, no, I couldn't hear you.
And I said, but these niggas is already snitching to get off of the first charge. So yeah, we make it sound good because we like, oh yeah, pay a nigga $150, but he already snitching just to get off of the first damn charge. These little niggas ain't taking charges for nobody.
No. I'm not talking about no little. No, listen to what I'm saying, babe. Not no average little nigga. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about.
I ain't talking about that either.
Yeah. We ain't talking about no regular little nigga.
I'm talking about the mentality of these niggas. I'm not.
Okay,
we talking like when you talking like that. You talking like old mobster loyalty to the gang and streets. These niggas, what?
Yeah, I'm talking about somebody. I'm talking about somebody that's already been convicted of murder, that's out on bond. You know what I'm saying? Or no, he's not beating his case. No, they got him dead to the rights, and he already going to jail. You see what I'm saying? So so instead of going to jail broke, guess what? I'll cop out to that. I'll say that I was the one who committed that crime. I'll say I was the one who shot up YNW Melly car and killed them niggas, so I could get that 200,000 or that 100,000 on my way in. And guess what that does? That causes reasonable doubt, because now I'm gonna get on a stand for YNW Melly, and I'm gonna say I was the one who did it. Now, guess what they have to do? They have to have it's going to be another mistrial, because guess what? Guess what? Because now the lawyers, the prosecution is going to have to prove that I didn't do it, and that'll fuck up the whole case, because the prosecution is trying to say that YNW Melly did it, but it's somebody on the stand admitting to the crime. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? This how you really get them. Guess what? You know they still ain't recovered a murder weapon, right? All you got to do is give the murder weapon to that person. See, I'm too smart. I'm helping these niggas beat cases they don't even know how to beat. You hear me? I'm helping these niggas beat cases that they don't even know how to beat. You in the twilight zone,
Yeah,
baby. I can't hear you.
um,
Because that's the best way to beat this case.
is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
you
best ways to beat this case.
you came like you from a different time. You from a different time. Like and you need to understand that that's you gonna think differently. You ain't gonna think like these new folks, these new youngins don't think that way. That would be too easy. Why? Because that's organized. That's how you handle the business. Especially because he's the money man. You need to have a fall guy. Well, if they thought that way, they would have a fall guy. These niggas don't know better. The
Like
main niggas who
you
bring the
supposed to
money to
have
the
somebody.
compound are always the ones that get locked up behind bars, spend time, while all the working niggas is still out on the street. Makes no sense.
It's supposed to be a nigga right now that's going to jail for 25 years that say, you know what, I'll take that charge. I'm just keeping it real. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be somebody right now that know what a murder weapon is. Know what a murder weapon is. Go get the murder weapon, put it in his possession, and say, I'm willing to tell you, cop out to this charge. And I know what I'll put the murder weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Now YNW Melly is coming home automatically. Because somebody copping out to the murders and he has the murder weapon.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I would have did this shit. I would have did it just like that.
You should have been a lawyer.
If I was their lawyer, I would have been telling them, we got to find you a fall guy. I would have been telling them, you got to find somebody that's willing to admit that they did it. We need somebody to admit that they did it. We need somebody willing to say, to come and confess and pretend that they feel bad that you in jail for 7 years for a crime that you didn't commit.
Huh, they feel bad. What world you
Yeah.
living in? I feel bad.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
In the
My
world
nigga,
of murder and crime, I feel
bro,
bad.
people do it on their deathbed. On their
Shit.
deathbed, they do it. Nigga did it for OJ on his deathbed. It was a few people did it on their deathbed.
But
The
that ain't
dude,
do shit for OJ. Nobody gave a damn. The Goldman still think he did it, and so do a whole lot of people. So just because a nigga decides that he want
well,
to clear
no,
his conscience, I mean, the clearing conscience for you means what to me? Not a damn thing.
I'm just saying that shit crazy. That's how I would play it. That's how I would play it. Hmm? Huh? Ask him. This shit crazy as a motherfucker, man. Crazy as a motherfucker, bro. Crazy. I feel bad for him, though, man.
I feel
I
bad
feel
for him.
bad.
Said what?
It's fucked up how they doing my boy. Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's messed up.
How long we been on here now?
An hour 15.
All right, I'm about to end this live. I don't want to be, I don't want the playback value to be good. So people can run it back, man. But yeah, that's crazy, man. Hopefully this shit get fixed, man. Hopefully it do. But I'ma holler at
Well,
y'all, man.
we
Y'all
got
know what
nothing
it
but time.
is.
We gonna watch.
Yeah, he ain't got nothing but time, man. Y'all shit alive, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Y'all know what it is, man. Yep, y'all ain't subscribed to me on Twitch. Make sure y'all subscribe to my Twitch page at the Bounce News. 10. All right. Yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to the page, man. On Facebook. It's the Bounce News everywhere, man. The Bounce News on Facebook, the Bounce News on Twitch, and the Bounce News on Instagram, man. Make sure y'all following us on Instagram for all your latest news and content. And on Facebook, man, you know how we do. It's your boy Gangsta Cat, man. I got the lowdown for the low now. And this is where it go down. Like, share, subscribe to the page. You already know. You already know.
You already know what it is. You already know what it is. The Bounce, the #1 spot on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe.